Check, check. Mic check. What's up? I'm going to do a quick one here while I got you in the building. Been having a lot of fun doing these. Probably should have started doing these a long time ago, but been enjoying it. So we're going to load up the Ableton right now. There we go. Getting it in stereo. And sometimes you just move on. Ooh. Yeah, I'm kind of liking something more like that to kind of kick off. To kick it off, so let's go back. We're going to record that in. We'll add that metronome. I usually switch this to none. That way you can start whenever you want. So, you know, you'd use this if you were syncing up with another group and you wanted to make sure that you always started on the one. Because I'm just doing a session for myself here, I can really start whenever I want, and especially if I'm doing my own mix, yeah, I'll usually take full control. But if I'm doing a live set or something, then maybe I would have this on like quarter note, in which case it'll only let me trigger in loops at that time. But for this, like I said, I'll go to none for this. And yeah, I'm just going to kind of have some fun with this. I like this LFO. I like this kind of bass noise that I got. I think we can get something cool with that. Let's match up. Let's pick a BPM. Let's go 107. How about that? So that's kind of weird. Again, a lot of times I'll write something and this will be kind of maybe my initial idea. Like already I'm seeing I can probably turn this up a little bit. I'll probably change where that one is to make it right here. Okay, so that's kind of a fun little deal. Some great. Got a great. Let's hear how this would sound kind of warped. So first I gotta warp it. It's so short it doesn't even think it can be warped. That's actually, I think, where the 2 is. So yeah, this is already sounding a little weird. So see, that to me is where the 2 is. Yeah, that's more what I was going for. I want this kind of slowed down, electronic sounding break. So now I'm going to work in some of those hats. I was just kind of going through, pretty simple search for some hats here. Well, no 8th is going to be pretty good, and I think it was, let's turn this on so I can, yeah, that should probably be fine for that. And then we can give it some textured ones in here. I think that will just have that play throughout. So yeah, basically I'm going through and naming it now. And then already I'm hearing, I'm going to want to have some variations. One of the great little toys that came really early on when I started using Ableton Live with like version 6, they had this beat repeater. Adding kind of variation here and there. So I think it's, so that's easy enough. Boom, 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 boom. So I think I'm going to try to get a pad. Those are all. So yeah, I'm just kind of searching for a different LFO now. Too much attack on that. There we go. Alright, I kind of like that. So, this is like, I think it's some kind of noise thing. We're just going to call pad noise. What I'm going to try to get out of this is, already it's got something crazy going on with this. I can filter this noise. So let's count us in. And so yeah, we're going to turn the record off on that. And we'll change modes or whatever. Yeah, and so now so yeah, I'm just gonna really just simply just manually kind of create the type of fade that I'm going for here. As we go down, nice thing with Ableton is it's a real visual program, so I can kind of see that. So I know it's pretty much out of the mix. Probably even do one more. And do 1, 2, 3. I'm probably going to add that into both spots here. Because he wanted to hang out there. See, I'm going to save this now that I got kind of a final product. So I'll save Glitcher. We'll call it that. It's got a little glitch effect to it. Go in here, select my entire thing, render this out. We'll date it 12th here. Close out of that. Start up touch here. So I think I'd mentioned on one of the last ones that I wanted to try to show some replicator stuff. So I think this is the perfect time to try to do one of those. So I'm going to save it. Go into this folder that I've created, name the file. So what first thing I'm going to do is create a comp. Now we'll go back and explain that after I've built a lot of other stuff. But basically we're going to start with a replicator. This is a really nice way to do to quickly kind of customize and make a bunch of things that are similar that are maybe slightly different. Using logic and some coding, you can get wildly different stuff. But to simplify it, let's just build a really simple one. So what I'm going to do is let's just build one that is going to create a difference of a bunch of noises that will generate, and we'll have the noise parameters be all different. So here we go. Let's add this in. That was an appearance by Philippa. So I'm going to come in here and we're going to change the columns. And we're going to do, let's just start with something simple. So we're going to start with something really simple. We're just going to do 4. Now in here I'm going to generate my noise, which this is going to, each one of these is going to be pretty different, which is going to be what's cool. Now I'm generating an out so that this has an output now. So I put in an out top to create so I can see my noise as an output. Now in here, I'm going to make my seed me.digits. So that's going to come and grab, well actually that'll grab that. So that'll grab the digits of this noise. What I actually want to grab is me.parent.digits. And that grabs my parent, which is this. So if I change this number to 12, you'll see my noise seed changes to 12. So it kind of links it to whatever this is, which will give it different seed, which will mean that each one of our 4 noises will look different. Now some other stuff we can do. Let's build a noise within a noise. Now we're getting really crazy. And we'll do the same thing. We'll say this will be me.parent.digits. And we only need these channels to be just one value. So change your sample rate and all that. And so let's see, what stuff do we have on here? Period. I don't know that I want to mess too much with that. So I'm going to leave that. Harmonics, on the other hand, that's pretty interesting. So harmonic spread, harmonic gain. It looks like all of them we're going to want to go to 2. I've just found that that's a good number for a noise. And so basically, how many channels do I want to have? Harmonic, we'll do H, HS, HG. Start with just that. So I'm going to create H, HS, HG. Oh, and that's another thing. Because we don't really want these values to go negative, what you can do is change it to positive only. And now have that point to here. So basically what I'll do is I'll go in and I'll add this as my harmonics. I'll add this as my harmonic spread. I'll add this as my harmonic gain. And you can already see now I've got a noise that's changing. And some other stuff, other parameters I'd want. Yeah, exponent's a good one, so we'll add that. Amplitude. I guess offset. And so yeah, now I'm just going to add these in. So exponent for exponent, A for amplitude, and then OF for offset. And what's cool is it's going to change all the values of this depending on that number. So our four noises will look, they should look fairly different. So I'm going to save. Now the trick to this, which is super nice that you can do, is you can just hook this up to make it so it will automatically make those connections. So this is, you can get this in the manual. That's where I got it. I think that's what it is. Yeah, that'll connect these output connectors from all the group out of this one, which is called 0. You can even see it says output 0 there. So all of them will connect into the operator that's called comp1. So now that I have that set up, I'm going to attach everything to my replicator. So my template DAT table, that's this table 1 here. It's ignoring my first row. I'm going to turn that off because I want it to get the first row. I want it to do all 4. There are certain cases you would not want to do that because it'll kick out a 0 for your digit, and that can be weird, but we want to do it, so, or at least for now. Maybe I'll change it if it comes out weird. So yeah, now it's got 4 different noises in here. Oh, another thing, I did not make this 1080, so I've got to up-res this. Also, it didn't really, I mean, I kind of initially saw what it did. Maybe that's because I'm doing just 2. Maybe I need to do, like, make this number 4. I don't know. Let's just see what that does. And that's part of it, too, is you're just going to kind of play around with your replicator to see what different stuff you can get. So that's all too bright. Let's see, we're going to negate. It's not bad. That's not the best. And see, I'm running into that with item 0. So actually, I spoke too soon. I'm going to say ignore the first row. And then the other thing is you can create, 9 different rows here. These aren't coming out wildly different. I think part of that is the... Let's check these numbers out. If this had more... You know what? And this is what's also cool. So what I can do, I feel like I want this harmonics number here to be much larger than it is. So I'm going to multiply it by 10. And let's just see what that does now. Should create some more crazy, at least harmonic looking ones. And like I've said, some of these just instantly will look cool and you'll be like, I'm a genius. Other times, it's a bit of a process. I actually kind of like whatever's going on here, but it's not wildly original, so we'll keep looking. But yeah, there's some different stuff going on here now. I don't know how those are all interacting, but Another thing to just instantly make it crazy is you can just add color, you know, and now when I recreate them, they'll all have color. Creates kind of a mishmash. Also took my frame rate down a lot. Kind of crunched it. Let's see what pin light looks in this. Yeah. So yeah, it's a lot of trial and error, this sort of thing. Instead of doing 10, let's do 3. Oh. Yeah, and just changing all that will wildly change it as well. Oh yeah, so I'm still kind of fighting with this. Now we're talking. Maybe I could use some of this to drive some other stuff. Well, while I'm on my displacement kick, let's just see what that would look like. Because I know displacement works with some of this stuff, so. Maybe switch them. So it's this guy into this. Yeah. This might not look like much, but I'm actually really happy with this. This is very glitchy in what I was originally trying to do. Now, one of the ways I could bring out some of the glitch color is Touch has in their palette browser, if you go into, I think it's under image filters, there's a bunch of stuff in here. And the RGB delay is super fun, as you can take just about anything in there. You can already see it's giving me crazy color, so this is going to be perfect. This is originally what I was trying to make, but I think will go really good with the music. What I can do is have a pass that's black and white and a pass that's color. So we'll start with our color glitcher 1, and this will just be that. Came out really nice. Very happy. So yeah, so this was an example of kind of where I had an idea of what I was going for and ended up getting there kind of roundabout. Could even change the direction of the static here. Do a pass that's black and white for glitcher 2 here. Boom. Yep. And then also, I can't forget to take pictures, something I usually forget. It's a good way to capture it though. Glitcher 1 here. Call this 8, 12, 19. Turn this back on. Do one that's color. We can do 2 that are color, why not? And yeah, I can switch this to back to the sideways one. Or I could even... So it doesn't really look that cool. So maybe just feeding this into itself might be cool. Yep. So I'm cool with that. This will be my third pass. Kind of showing off some, almost looks like glitchy VHS style effects. All done in Touchdesigner though, using our replicator here with some simple noise. And then our displacement. Save that. Boom. Close out of here. I'm going to go open Premiere up. Alright. And go and find my clip. So yeah, I'm just quickly changing the timing of some of this stuff. Let's add in our glitcher here. The one thing I would like to have the black and white hit in the middle. So I'm going to move that middle clip. Move this one over. Alright, so now we got that. Okay, cool. So now we're going to add in that fade. Alright, 2-second fade, save, export. Use my 2 VBR pass. And then we should be, I mean, there'll probably be some pretty heavy compression on this, but it's already glitchy, so that's okay. We're cool with that. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad to me. I'm pretty okay with that. Yeah, so that was real quick. Throw it together, get it done every day type stuff. So pretty stoked. Full song, full new graphic done in just under 40 minutes. So thanks again for tuning in. I'm gonna keep doing these each and every day, kind of updating you and taking you through different techniques. And yeah, feel free to throw out ideas if you have ideas. I'm trying to make this as collaborative as possible. But yeah, thanks so much, and I'll see you tomorrow.